Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Let's Play the Elder Scrolls Arena. So my last episode, we got a map showing us to the location of the Ring of Khajiit. And we are searching for that particular artifact right now, but to tie up some loose ends, we're going to say that during the night, Marasar got a message from Rhea telling him to pass off the piece of the Staff of the Chaos to this guy right here. So he's going to be the champion that saves the Emperor, ultimately anyway. Because we are done with that quest. And we agreed because she helped us out to give over the piece of the Staff of Chaos, and hopefully the Emperor will be saved by that wonderful guy right there. So yeah, it's going to stay in our inventory because, again, we're just kind of saying that's happening, sort of to tie up that loose end as to why the Emperor is ultimately going to be saved in this game, even though we are not actually doing that. So our quest, then, is to head to a particular dungeon where the Ring of Khajiit is and find that particular artifact as requested by kind of a mysterious voice, a stranger that we assume is Azura. Because that is who we've been praying to, or, you know, speaking out to, asking for help from throughout our quest here. And it turns out that the dungeon in which the Ring of Khajiit is in Hammerfell. So we returned back to Hammerfell, the site of kind of our exploits previous, and also where people have made numerous attempts on our life. And that is where we are going to hopefully find this artifact that will allow us to become invisible at will and protect us from particular baddies who are seeking to hurt us or harm us. So to access the dungeon, again, we're going to go to the world map here, and it is located up here in the north, the Labyrinth of Sasat, or Sashat, or however it's pronounced. All right, so we're gonna head there. So like the map dungeon in the previous episode, I already kind of mapped out this location. So we're going to head right to the artifact, because there are baddies here, as you can hear. And I don't want to just fumble around in the darkness. So I will show you the path. So we're going to assume that, again, our mysterious voice is kind of guiding us to the location of the ring. Because, again, they want us to have the ring. This is their artifact, and they've kind of chosen us as their champion. And you'll notice I am going to use the Ring of Light, which will hopefully lighten up the dungeon a bit and help me see a little bit better. And hopefully allow all of you to see a little bit better. Because the darkness in these dungeons can be pretty bad. And I'm going to just run past that orc. I don't give a crap about that. I don't care about killing things at this point. We're going to take hits to the back. Apparently he stayed in the previous dungeon. And we're just going to try to beeline to the next floor. So this first floor is actually pretty windy. It took quite a while for me to map it out when I did my trial run. And so luckily I can just show you kind of the quickest route. Because it is not fun to get lost in one of these dungeons. There are pretty high level enemies that are constantly attacking you. Rats not included. And basically you get lost a lot because there's a ton of dead ends. But that is the first level of this particular labyrinth. So you'll notice it was a pretty windy route that got me here. Now there was a quicker route that involved dropping into some mine shafts, but the chances of enemies kind of attacking me and hitting me while I'm in the mine shaft and doing massive damage is really high when you're down in one of those particular areas. And it almost seems like your agility doesn't seem to matter. I don't know if that's true or not, but I seem to get hit a lot more often when I'm in crevices, for example. And so I wonder if like your natural defenses don't work as well. Okay, I see you back there, buddy. You just had to hit me. He was like waiting for me to come down the stairs, almost like he knew I was coming, right? So we're going to kill him. We'll take a few things. We don't want to get too overwhelmed here or overloaded with stuff. Again, that'll just slow us down. And you'll notice my walking speed is pretty quick, and that is because, again, hello, lizard man. I'm wearing 2 items that are enchanted that have enchantments of speed on them. My sword and my buckler both increase my speed by about 10 each. So I actually have a speed that's 20 points higher than default, kind of what my natural ability is. So that is allowing me to move pretty quickly. So we've already found the stairs to the 3rd floor. This floor was not quite as bad as the first one in terms of windiness. More of a direct path. Now the 3rd floor is pretty quick as well, but the 4th floor tends to be, again, a little bit more mazy. So fortunately, there's a pretty quick shortcut on the 3rd floor. So no enemies following us, so we're going to head down. So this particular floor has a huge area that kind of is suspicious. So when you look at it on the map, you would think that's where the stairs are, and it turns out that is where the stairs are. And so that's good, because that's where I went, and it saved me a little bit of time. So we're going to head to the north here, and then hook around this massive area that kind of has this moat around it, you know, unfilled moat, because obviously there's no water. And then we're going to drop into this crevice here, and we're going to go into the middle of it, because the stairs are actually located in the middle, as you might expect, kind of seeing it on the map. So we head to the north here, and here are the stairs. Unfortunately, not too much in terms of loot or spoils. You know, this is going pretty fast, so I would be open to grabbing stuff, but as of right now, you can see kind of the location of the stairs directly east from the starting stairs, but again, they're kind of protected by that huge kind of divot or crevice around it. And here we are on the final floor. We're getting close. The voice in our head is getting pretty excited. We can feel, well, almost feel the ring calling out to us. It wants to be found. The orcs want to stop us, but we will not be stopped. We are tired, as Marasar, of being attacked, being hunted. We are ready to kind of take our own fate into our hands and use this ring to protect ourselves. So all we have to do is find it. Again, this floor is kind of mazy, and unfortunately we are going to have to do some swimming. Now again, Marasar is hesitant around water. You haven't really seen that a ton in this episode, because I've been forced to go into water as Marasar. But in future episodes, future games of the series, I'm going to try to bring that hesitation, almost that phobia of water, back into Marasar's character, because I won't have to go into water as much. So we're almost there. We can hear enemies, but we can also hear the ring almost singing out to us. Come get me, Marasar. All we have to do is head through this area, hook around to the side here, and there it is. There's the chest holding the Ring of Khajiit. So again, quite a bit more windy than the previous floors. Took a while to find it. And because it can appear randomly pretty much anywhere in the dungeon on the 4th floor, again, I had to map most of this floor to find it. But here we go. Let's find it. Let's open up this chest and let's get our spoils, our treasure, our major powerful artifact. The anticipation, right? Oh man, enemies do not want us to get it. But too bad, enemies. We've uncovered the legendary Ring of Khajiit, lost for ages. With reverence, you add the item to your inventory. And that's it. No fanfare, no nothing. Just goes into your inventory. So what's awesome about the Ring of Khajiit is that it increases your overall armor rating by 6, which is a massive amount of an increase. And ignore that piece of the Staff of Chaos. And it comes with a little backstory. It's an ancient relic, hundreds of years old. It was found by a thief named Rajin, and he used the ring's power to make himself invisible, silent, and quick. Became the most successful burglar in all of Elsewhere. But eventually the ring left him, betrayed him, because it didn't like how he was using it. So kind of keep that in mind. I'm going to try to play that into the use of the ring with Marasar as well. And also keep in mind who sent us here to find it, because we're about to find out and kind of come up close and personal with that particular person. Such as they are, they're not so much a person, more a Daedric Lord. So again, you'll notice it increases our overall armor rating by 6, which is pretty awesome. So as of right now, we're not going to equip it. We're going to keep our Ring of Light on, and we're going to have a little conversation with the Daedric Lord that sent us here.
Excellent work.
What was that? What happened to the light?
At last. I've been waiting for someone more fit to carry out my will.
Who's there?
I am Mephala, the Lady of Whisper. I tug at the web of connections between mortals. Love, hatred, loyalty, betrayal.
I had thought Azura had sent me on this quest. Obviously, I was wrong.
But I forgive you for not knowing who I am. Few hear my whispers anymore.
So, you've been encouraging me to seek out this ring. Why should I trust you when this ring betrayed its previous master?
I'd much rather it be in the hands of an ambitious and talented person, such as yourself.
I see. I'm not sure I want to use this ring, especially considering you've already deceived me by sending me on this quest.
Suit yourself. Eventually, your curiosity will drive you back to me.
Doubtful. I can find another way to protect myself without this ring.
You may think so, but in the end, you mortals will always flit like fire with the winds of your desires and conveniences. And those winds issue from my whispers. Now go forth, child.
It was a trap. We were tricked. So we want to get out of here as quickly as possible, because we do not trust Mephala. So I'll meet you guys outside. So obviously we thought it was Azura, that's who we were praying to, but it turns out it was actually Mephala who was having us seek out the Ring of Khajiit. And we don't trust her, right? We don't know her motives. We don't know why she wanted us to find this artifact. We don't know why she wants us to equip it. So we're going to head to a brand new town, and I'm going to find an inn to rest for the evening. And we're going to kind of make a decision here about what we want to do. So we have in our possession this very powerful artifact, this Ring of Khajiit, which makes us much stronger physically and also allows us to become invisible when we want. But we don't trust why Mephala wanted us to have it. And so basically, we have to figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to use the Ring of Khajiit, or are we not going to use it? Because we are, of course, very desperate. We're terrified that basically we're being hunted by the Dark Brotherhood for something that happened back in our past in Vvardenfell. And they have made numerous attempts on our lives already, we think anyway, because we've had numerous encounters where people have attempted to kill Marasar by pushing him into water, by summoning orcs and wolves on him, and also by sending assassins after him for the piece of the Staff of Chaos. And, we're getting an interesting quest here. A rogue named Cum. Cum wants us to find a test tube of chemicals. So I'm assuming this is a randomly generated quest here. I am not really interested in finding this rogue's test tube of chemicals. I gotta wonder if this was actually like programmed into the game or if it was truly randomly generated. But yeah, we don't care about no rogues named Cum, and we don't care about their test tubes. And you can think whatever you want of us, I don't care. My job right now is to protect myself. So we're gonna have a drink and we're gonna head to bed. We're gonna sleep and we're gonna kind of try to decide what we're gonna do with this ring. Are we gonna keep it? Are we gonna sell it? Are we going to actually use it or not? These are all questions that Marasar has to ponder. And we might find that during the night, our decision might be made for us by extraneous circumstances. So I'll see you in the morning. Oh gods. We're being targeted by the Dark Brotherhood again and they know where we are. What should we do? What do we do? Run, but they could be right outside our door. So do we wear the ring? Do we put it on to protect ourselves? It's a tough decision, right? But again, we're desperate. So we are going to do it. We're going to equip the Ring of Khajiit, and we're going to use it to try to escape the Dark Brotherhood. Now, as we put on the ring, we feel a sense of increased strength and power that comes from the ring, kind of radiating from it. But we also start to feel a sense of the ring also absorbing our strength, almost making us a part of the ring itself. So while we wear the ring, we feel very powerful, but we almost have a sense that if we take the ring off, we're going to feel much less powerful. We're going to lose a lot of our strength. It causes us to feel stronger when we wear it, but it makes us feel much weaker if we take it off. So in essence, we're bound to the ring now. The ring has essentially cursed us or bound us to it. So as long as we use it, we're powerful, we can become invisible and do all sorts of wonderful things. But if we take it off or if we lose it, like if it escapes us, then we're going to lose that power. So again, we're going to use it. We're going to become invisible, which doesn't really have a major effect in this game. So yeah, you're not going to see anything particular. Not like later games where you use the chameleon or invisible effect. And we're going to run. We don't know where to go, but we've been told to go to Daggerfall. We don't necessarily want to be on the Emperor's bad side, so we're going to try to get out of here as quickly as possible. We're going to head out, and we're going to make a beeline for High Rock and head to Daggerfall. And that's going to be it for Arena. So basically, now we're going to continue this quest and this journey in Daggerfall. I'm going to do some inventory management because you never know, I may come back and do some kind of secondary episodes, some side episodes in Arena with Marasar. I'm not planning on that, but, you know, maybe it'll be an option at some point. But for now, that is it for Marasar's adventures in Arena. He is going to head to Daggerfall, and the next time I see you, we're going to actually progress to the second game in the Elder Scrolls series, which is Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. And we're going to follow the adventures of Marasar as he heads to a new land and a little bit of a different system, because obviously they made some improvements in Daggerfall. Now some things are kind of a step back, but some things are better. So we're going to see kind of how things change and what happens to Marasar as he heads to a brand new land and seeks out kind of a safe place, a sanctuary in the area of High Rock. So as always, viewers, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first part of our series, and I'll see you all next time in Daggerfall. So long.